Where are you on planet Earth right now, Brian? Where are you?
Georgia, Fayetteville.
That's your hometown, isn't it?
Yes, sir.
Okay. How'd you play for Alabama then? How did that happen? What happened?
Just Georgia let me out, and they tried to recruit me late. So Alabama, once I feel like Coach Saban called, it was wraps.
So what do you mean they tried to recruit you late, Brian? What happened?
They tried to recruit me like after Alabama, came.
Mm-hmm.
Alabama was like one of my latest offers, and they came, and Georgia tried to come even later after them. So
too late. If you the phrase "if you snooze, you lose"
yes,
applies. Okay. And when you said Saban called you, what do you mean? Walk me through that conversation, Brian.
Just the fact that I feel like when Saban calls, you gotta go, and just meaning of when I went on a visit to Alabama, I talked with him, and he told me what I could do, to reach the best version of myself.
Mm-hmm.
And I knew that nobody else would teach me the stuff that he taught me if I went to Alabama, and he was a great mentor and great coach. So,
did you go in his office? You sit in his office?
Yes, sir.
What's his office looking like?
Huge. You got rings everywhere. Rings everywhere. Comfortable couch.
Okay. I mean, that's a heck of a combination. Rings everywhere, comfortable couch. So he's flexing, is basically what you're saying with his office situation. That's it.
Yeah.
Okay. Very good. And then now let's flip the page to playing for him. What was that like, playing for Nick Saban, Brian?
At first, it took a little bit of adjustment to it. He gonna get on to you, and he does that. When guys come in their freshman year, he does that just to see how they react, how they gonna handle themselves. Can they persevere? And it's like tough love almost.
Mm-hmm.
And my first year, he was getting on to me every day. I mean, I can come out there for warm-ups, and he'll start yelling at me. And he does that just to see what type of player you are. And, it helped me out in the long run, I feel like. And, he's just an overall great coach. He taught me a lot of stuff, the little details. He's just a great coach, great overall coach.
So did you know at the time, Brian, you were being tested, or did somebody have to take you aside and let you know this is what he's doing?
Somebody had to take me aside. I remember Coach Scott and Coach Kelly at the time, took me to the side and told me, if he ain't getting on to you, then you should be worried. But if he getting on to you, then he love you.
Huh. Interesting. And then so at first it confused you or perhaps threw you off a little bit. And then at the end of your tenure there in Alabama, you realized what you had gained from it. Is that an appropriate way of putting it then?
Sure. That's correct.
Okay. Then I will ask you, and to button up this part of our conversation, Brian Branch, the same question I have asked, I believe, to every Alabama prospect we've had on this program in the history of this show, and it's been on there for 8 years. Right, Chris Brockman?
That's correct.
Okay.
That is correct.
Here, I've asked it of Tua, of Mac Jones, name it on and so on and forth. I think I asked this of Bryce Young last year. So I'll ask you, what's the most angry you've ever made Nick Saban then? What's the most pissed off you've ever made, Coach?
Oof. I would say it was my freshman year.
Mm-hmm.
I had got beat, and I was mad at myself, and I threw my helmet, and oh my God! As soon as that helmet hit the floor, Rich, he starts running over to me. He throws his hat. He's hot. I'm hot because I just got beat, and he's over there hot at me for even showing defeat. And he's hot, and he just started yelling, telling me get back to the play, just going off on me. And I think that's the most pissed I ever made him.
Is it because you threw your helmet, not because you were beat? It's because of the way you reacted to getting beat? Is that what you're saying?
Yes, sir.
And when his hat, was it one of those Panama hats, or was it a visor, or what was it? What was one of the famed Saban hats?
Yeah, one of his famous hats that he always wears.
Wow.
Straw hat.
Man, okay. So then there were no Bofa jokes that day from him, is what you're saying.
Oh, no, sir.
Have you ever been on the business end of one of the Bofa jokes from Nick Saban, Brian?
Yeah.
Okay. Can confirm? Is that what you're saying? You can confirm that? You've done that?
Yeah.
You've been there? Okay. Well, then, hey, man, it started where he's getting on you. You don't know why he's getting on you, and it ends with you getting Bofa'd by him, and now you're going off to the NFL. So it all worked out for you, right?
Yes, sir.
Excellent. Catch the Rich Eisen Show every single day on the Roku channel, 12 to 3 Eastern, for free.